All right. Hello. Yeah, this is setup isn't working out so good. The non-headset mics didn't work too good, so now this thing's like stretched. So we'll just try this one time. So the thing is, now I'm really interested in the progressives that are the Russia skep, like the Glenn Greenwalds and even the Jimmy Dore and stuff. Um, I'm interested in that. I mean, with the right wingers, it's like it doesn't really matter because we know, Republicans love crime. I mean, look at it. They had Oliver North treasonously sold arms to Iran, who had just been holding Americans hostage for over a year, uh, and operated a support operation for narco terrorists, actually helping them import drugs to the United States, even. And they love that. They're totally for that. At the time, they denied, oh, he's a rogue and everything, but there were pardons, and he got off because he got immunity for giving his testimony to I forget whether it was the House or the Senate, and now he's the head of the NRA. So I mean, they just like crime if they commit it. That's that. Torturing, all the rest. It's part of their policies. But for those that just dislike Hillary, well, I've disliked the Clintons since Bill Clinton first ran. Um, and I don't like the Clintons, and no love lost there. You could investigate them all day long. But if you're thinking Uranium One is an obvious collusion, oh, we know Hillary colluded, you know. I mean, they investigated Benghazi for like 5 years, and still they go around, you know, as if she was proved, guilty. Oh, she was exonerated, but look at all the shit that all this shady stuff that was involved. And then with Trump, it's like, oh, sure, they found a bunch of crimes there. Yeah, and he was lying about the Trump Tower, but it wasn't the crime they were looking for. Well, it wasn't the crime that one investigator was looking for. But besides the crime, I mean, Hillary has been exonerated and has no criminal record. So it's also just the information, right? And the fact is, he was lying. He fired Comey. He said it was because of the Russia investigation. And he was lying about having contact with the Russians. And he was doing it not to hide, uh, like paying them to do hacking, but just to hide his general business dealings. The Trump Tower. Trump was there saying, I have nothing to do with Russia. I'm firing Comey, because of this Russia thing. But in reality, he was having contacts. And so, with all of that lying about the contacts that he actually did have, of course we had to look into it. And if you're a progressive, I really think you should rethink how you think about these presidential investigations. There should be an office of presidential investigation. It should be automatic, as far as I'm concerned. But even without that, Obama had ongoing investigations. Bush had had ongoing investigations. Clinton had ongoing investigations. Reagan had ongoing investigations. I think we should just make it official and just get used to it and stop whining about, they shouldn't have investigations. It's kind of, I think, part of the un-American idea that, the cops, if they look into what you're doing, they can always get you for something. But then when all these young black men are being put in jail disproportionately, oh, it's because they do more crime. It's there's no consistency, and I personally feel like they can always dig up something embarrassing, but not necessarily but not something illegal. They can only do that if you did something illegal, and if you're saying, yeah, well, all these rich men are doing things illegal, of course. How else? Then change the laws to make it legal if it's okay to do it. As long as it's illegal, and they should not get away with it. And these leaders and rich people should not be above the law. They should all be investigated. And if you are out there saying Hillary was guilty of collusion with the Russians because of the Uranium One deal, uh, then you have no basis to ignore what we learned about Trump's involvement.